Sealed Air Corporation is faced with increasing competition and new products entering their relatively monopolistic sealed air packing market. There are other packing products such as paper and foam, but only recently is there another bubble wrap packing product to compete with Sealed Air. Sealed Air operates in the protective packaging market, which consists of three different types of products: positioning, blocking, and bracing products, flexible wrap products, and void fill products. As you can see, each of these products serves a different and distinct purpose, with the overall purpose of protecting items during shipping and transit. Sealed Air was the first to market with products developed specifically for this purpose. Prior to Sealed Air's introduction of products specifically designed for protective packaging, most businesses and consumers were using a heavy paper-based product that wasn't designed for this purpose and was therefore inefficient at full product protection. Sealed Air had not only invented the protective packaging market, their technical developments and product patents had positioned them as the market leader. Here we have the U.S. protective packaging market segment share in the United States in 1980. As you can see, 81% of the market is made up by positioning, blocking, and bracing, such as Instapack. Flexible wrap makes up 17% of the market. This is things such as bubble wrap, coated or uncoated bubbles, and 2% is made up by void fill, such as things like packing peanuts. Sealed Air was started in 1971. From 1971 through 1980, Sealed Air and Astro Packaging were the only two competitors in the protective packaging market. Sealed Air's long-term market leadership earned the firm an average annual growth of 25% from 1971 through 1980. It wasn't until 1981 that a new entrant to the market, GafCell, threatened Sealed Air's market share with a new, lower-cost product. Purchasers of this product have one of two thoughts: purchase based on price or purchase based on performance. If customers need nothing more than a packing filler, then they buy based on price. If customers need packing to protect their product, then they buy based on performance. Here we have a market analysis of Sealed Air's market segment here on the top versus other products, and then on the bottom we have AirCap US sales versus bubbles within the flexible wrap market. As you can see here on the bottom, AirCap sales almost moves with the bubble market. This shows Sealed Air's monopolistic domination of the bubble market through the 1970s up until 1980. As you can see here on the top, foams are actually turning out to be the biggest competitor rather than uncoated bubbles. Important to note that the total flexible wraps market is the red line here on the top of the graph on top. The three middle lines are the papers within the flexible wrap market, foams within the flexible wrap market, and bubbles within the flexible wrap market. And as you can see, the foams are actually growing the fastest out of those three competitors. Here we have a price comparison chart showing the different prices versus the different brands in the packing market. As you can see, Sealed Air is the highest priced product in all of the markets except for the 3/8. This goes to show that Sealed Air's production of uncoated bubble packaging products would force Sealed Air to enter a price-sensitive market, thereby necessitating the reduction of product prices to levels competitive with GafCell. As noted here, that strategy does not align with Sealed Air's overall pricing strategy thus far. Porter defines 5 competitive forces within a market, and here we have Sealed Air's packing market with the degree of competition they have with other firms within that market. First, there's rivalry, and due to the small amount of differentiation in the industry, there is a high level of competition among existing rival firms. Next, there is the threat of new entrants. The industry is already fairly well established, and the large amount of capital needed becomes a deterrent for new firms, causing a low threat of new entrants. There's not really a high switching cost between packaging products, so the threat of substitutes is moderate. Customers are generally willing to switch between products for a small change in price, giving the customers high buying power. In the packaging industry, there is a large demand, therefore there are a large number of suppliers for the materials used to make the products. With this large quantity of suppliers to choose from, it leaves the supplier with a very low amount of bargaining power. Until 1980, Sealed Air and Astro Packaging were the only air bubble packaging material producers in the U.S., and Sealed Air licensed Astro to use Sealed Air's patented technology. This means that Sealed Air was the only air bubble packaging producer in the United States, giving them a monopoly. This licensing technique is important to note because this may be a great strategy for Sealed Air to use in the European markets and possibly in the Asian markets one day. By licensing producers, Sealed Air would not only save money, but it would also let other people in different countries and different markets sell Sealed Air's product in a market that Sealed Air probably doesn't understand. Here we have a graph of the AirCap market share in Europe. AirCap was late to enter the German market and is yet to establish a commanding share. Rival Sensetsu sold approximately $6 million of the $7.7 million total in the German market. After two major competitors entered the market in France, uncoated bubbles were priced about 40% lower than AirCap. With price being the primary determinant, AirCap took a major hit after being the only marketer of uncoated bubbles just 8 years before in France. Sealed Air was able to enter the English market quickly and effectively, giving them 90% of the market share at one point in time. Since then, Sensetsu began marketing their high-quality uncoated product. Their prices were 50% less than the cost of AirCap. Over time, Sensetsu and other uncoated bubble manufacturers have continued to chip away at Sealed Air's share of the market. It is predicted that they would lose 50% of its current market share within 3 years to Sensetsu and their competitors. This graph goes to show that Sealed Air really doesn't understand the market in Germany or in France, and this is where their licensing technique would come in handy. Sealed Air's strategy is providing an air retention barrier seal in their packaging products. As you can see on the left here, the air retention barrier seal holds air in better to the bubble wrap packaging. Over on the right, you can see that barrier is not there and air escapes easier. Here we have a summary of Sealed Air's problems. They have a new market competitor and they are losing market share to the uncoated bubble wrap packaging. Their customers are confused, therefore they lack brand loyalty. There is a perception problem in Europe along with declining market share, and they don't have any target market. So they have a brand management problem. Confused customers that don't know exactly what Sealed Air's buying proposition or product offers them over the competition. The first thing Sealed Air needs to do is to tackle research. The case shows an obvious lack of consumer purchasing information. While Sealed Air has a lot of market research, they don't have the information on why consumers choose which products, and the priority of concerns are when a consumer is packaging a product. This process will help segment the market and thus help Sealed Air choose a target market. After that market research is complete, the next strategy is to narrow down the target market. As mentioned, Sealed Air hasn't really figured out their customers, and because they had a new product without competition for a long time, they haven't really positioned their product to specific consumers to create unique value. Sealed Air needs to come to terms with the fact they are no longer the only kid on the block. They need to work on successfully positioning themselves in the consumer's minds, and they need to differentiate themselves. As Joan Magretta highlights in Understanding Michael Porter, competition focuses more on meeting customer needs than on demolishing rivals. Sealed Air needs to find their unique positioning without trying to go head to head with every new competitor. Sealed Air has established values, and it needs to continue that by being a value-driven business. Use the themes of being a technology firm, quality, great customer service, and the original in the air-sealed packaging to create that unique value, unique positioning, and then branding. So what's Sealed Air's overall strategy? They need to focus on brand management. They need to realize that they are no longer the only competitor in the sealed air market and that low-cost competition is always going to be there. They need to differentiate their products and educate customers on why their products are different than competitors. They have better technology, more innovation, and are all around a better packing product and will protect customers' goods through shipping and transit better than other products. Sealed Air is at a crossroads in the air-filled plastic segment in the packaging market. Their first option is to produce uncoated bubbles and diversify their product line. This will offer customers who prefer uncoated bubbles a product they can buy from Sealed Air instead of Sealed Air's competitors. They would now be able to provide distributors and users with a full line of products that are consistent with customer focus. There is demand for the uncoated product, and they would be able to produce it almost immediately. The downside is they are entering a completely price-sensitive market where the lowest cost wins. Sealed Air will have increased overhead and marketing expenses with this addition to their product line as well. Option 2 is to do nothing. This means they continue business as normal and wait and see how the uncoated air bubble market plays out. It may just be a fad, in which case Sealed Air will have protected their company by simply doing nothing. By doing nothing and not producing the uncoated bubbles, Sealed Air would still be competing based on performance in the packing filler market. They would not be compromising the brand, but their market share would be threatened. This strategy still lets Sealed Air slack in brand management, which is an enormous weakness for Sealed Air at the moment. Option 3 for Sealed Air is focused differentiation. This means Sealed Air would not produce uncoated bubbles, but would instead focus on their core products. This allows Sealed Air to educate their customers on their product and actively manage their brand. Profitability is attained by customer brand perception instead of through cost cutting in production. Just like in the diagram, Sealed Air needs to really educate their customers on why their product is superior here on the left than their competitor's product here on the right. Sealed Air can focus on their innovative technology to actively manage their brand of coated air bubble packing products. This leads them to actively manage their brand even though their market share will decrease. While Sealed Air will be unable to offer customers an uncoated product, they will be able to point out and educate them on the superiority of their product. Sealed Air also needs to simplify their product line so customers can more easily understand the grade of coated bubble product that they are buying. Air already has too many packing products, and by adding uncoated bubbles, they would just further confuse their customers. What if competitors are producing an uncoated bubble product that's going to compete with Sealed Air's coated bubble product? Let those competitors have the low-end market share, and let Sealed Air be able to explain to their customers why their product is superior to competitors' uncoated bubble products. We recommend going with focused differentiation. This allows Sealed Air to grow based on brand awareness without sacrificing quality. They don't need to produce an uncoated bubble because that won't align with their overall strategy of producing quality products. Sealed Air needs to focus their resources on brand management and innovation to drive profit instead of sales volume.